So today I am with Daniel Mark Williams from Inflatable Dead Horse. Welcome to you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you. It's an awkward way to start an interview, but let's address the elephant in the room. Why you don't like interviews? I think this is legit, this is valid, and a lot of artists don't like interviews, but they don't say it. But you're not very fond of interviews.
I'm not very. I mean, I make an exception for you because we've already spoken, but I don't generally like interviews because I don't feel I can add anything of value to. I mean, when we write and we record songs, it kind of takes me out of myself.
Yeah.
And the thing I love about music is you've got a chance, almost despite yourself, by sheer accident, to make something great, you know. And then, like, if I see like interviews or photos of myself, it just brings me back it takes me out of the film, if you like. It's like I see photos of myself and I'm like, who's that guy? That's the guy that does the dishes at my house, you know. Just like, So generally, I mean, we spoke beforehand and you were generally interested to speak to me, so that's something as well. It's not just like going through the motions of just, you know.
Makes a difference. I get it. It's many times you are not the only one to complain. Musician into classical music in Latvia says, okay, but the but means a lot because it's always the same cheese. People have their little sheets made by some assistant and ask some moronic questions sometimes just because they didn't listen to the music. But what I understand is what you have to say, you say it through music, right? It's
Pretty much,
yeah. And
I should start by apologizing for my accent because I've been living in France for the last 16 years, and I don't know what my accent is anymore. Really, I'm kind of lost between two languages, but we speak French in the house. I speak French in work.
Okay, but
I only get.
Yeah, it's more like French people should apologize in general for foreign languages. But a local British friend would not recognize as maybe right now as one of the subjects of a queen or the king right now. So
probably not.
Yeah,
no.
But what you say about interviews? Arvo Pärt, the Estonian composer, one of my neighbors, says pretty much the same. What he had to say, he said it through music. But look, really, there are some beautiful songs on your last album, but there is one from the album before, Love Songs, which is Greenlight. And every time I listen to this song, there is something special about it because it's
that's great.
Yeah, it's there is some kind of profound existential tenderness, and I was curious to understand the origins, if you can expand, if it's not too intimate. It's intimate for me to listen to it as a feeling, and I'm curious to know more about it.
That was Greenlight was the first song I ever wrote that was worth anything, I think. I would have been in Wales. I would have been at home with a tape recorder. I used to record on. I had like a 2 cassette tape recorder, so I'd record vocals and guitar, and then I'd do like an overdub guitar with the second cassette, you know. And Greenlight, I think I called it Dead or something, like very teenage, like when I first wrote it. And then I came to France 2009, I think, and I started making demos at home. And it kind of evolved then into something more. I kind of stumbled more into lyrics as it was some kind of more of a kind of love song, I guess, really, but it like a twisted one, you know. But I like a lot of the times with lyrics, I'm just trying not to screw up whatever emotion the music is making me feel. You know, I'll have the riff and I'll have a melody and maybe a phrase or two will come to mind, and then the rest of the time is just trying to not screw up. You know, trying to do justice to the music. That's another thing about interviews. It's like it feels like you're trying to intellectualize something that isn't, for me anyway, isn't like an intellectual endeavor. It's like I'm only using my logical brain to try and finish the song or the lyrics, but it's just more like feeling than anything, I guess.
Do you finish the song with the band, or do you finish the structure by yourself and then they had their arrangements and proposal, or is it the group who finishes the band?
I think Greenlight. I was going through demo tapes the other day, and Greenlight changed with the band for sure. It was I forget how it went exactly. I think there's like a middle. I'm not too technical with music. There's some kind of middle eight, I guess you'd call it. It came back twice in the original demo, and so the good thing with with the band is we're all friends and there's no like ego, so anyone can say, you know, this is too long, this is not good. So I think I would have brought the demo in and we would have tried a few things out. And somebody would have said, let's try it this way. So
another thing I understand was beyond the what you intended to do for your last album, was called Hello Magpie, is you came to the studio and you were dissatisfied with the overall feeling or the sound or the way you made the sound take, or could you tell us about this process, because it was apparently quite demanding?
Yeah, it was pretty taxing on everybody. But what happened was with when we did Love Songs, it was kind of like we have these songs, let's go and make an album, and we're lucky to be surrounded by people who are friends of ours who are just Christophe Calestrang and Stefan Ziegler. Just great sound guys. And it was kind of like when you get home at 2 a.m. and you're drunk and you make food and it's the best thing you've ever tasted, you know. It was just that kind of like, whereas the new album, we thought we'll do a new album and we'll try and be more focused as far as like this better sound and better playing, I guess. But that felt more like when you slave over trying to make a cake, I guess, for hours, and then somebody says it's too dry, you know. It's just that when we listened back, it just didn't felt it. You could hear us trying too hard, and it just sounded like you could hear us playing to a click. Oh, and you could hear like the lack of. You could hear everyone just concentrating on trying to do their best. It wasn't fun, you know. So then 2 years later, we said, we'll do it in the same way we did the last album. We'll just get in a room together and play, even if the sound is, you know, is less good. And even if it speeds up and slows down, we'll do it, you know, try and make it sound like we sound.
Did you record this live or with all the monitoring? Okay, it's recorded.
Yeah, we're all in one room. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, which is a headache for Christophe, but he finds a way to do it anyway.
You have no mercy for your sound guy. It's no, absolutely no mercy.
No, but he did a good job, as we knew he would.
I agree. If the sound is like produced by a sound engineer from Yola Tango, but in a more British, a little more beefy and crispy, and at the same time everything is warm. I hear tube amps everywhere on the sound chain. It's incredible, but everything is very precise at the same time. The level of each instrument is very well balanced to my taste. Like making this kind of music and having some keyboards in the background is always difficult to make well, simply, and
yeah. Well, the keyboards would have been recorded through a DI, and they would have been on the louder songs. There would have been some overdubs as well.
Okay.
For sure.
So the DI is the key. You don't mess up with hi-hat on every one sound take, right?
No, but there's I did some of the vocals after as well, like later on, and actually all the vocals pretty much. But it's funny because I can hear on at least 2 songs. I can hear Bruno doing the dishes, like in the background.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't pay attention to the dishes. I tried to pay attention. There is always something quite surprising and striking with your music. There are a lot of different moods. Like some songs can be like some punk rock, garage. Some other songs can be folk. Some can be but the whole things come together as a whole, and with coherence, consistency, and an overall feeling of something unique. You are on the right label apparently right now.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. What are the artists you would mention spontaneously as influence? Like, this is the $1,000 question, but it's always interesting to know.
Well, where we kind of meet musically, well, on quite a lot of things, we meet, we all have very eclectic tastes, but me and Philou, the drummer, Philou came in later. He came in like 2016, and that was just like finding my musical soulmate on the drums, And we have we meet a lot on the punk stuff. He always played in like hardcore bands. He's like a punk bassist that now plays drums. But for me, it was like the band that changed everything for me was like hearing Nirvana on the radio when I was in school. And then through Nirvana, all that like underground American 80s and 90s, like the Pixies, Butthole Surfers, Mudhoney. And then later on, I worked in a record shop in Cardiff, and the manager he got me to hear like Suicide, The Stooges, Velvet Underground. So these are kind of bands that I'd say the stuff that we really meet on would be probably Velvet Underground, Alan Vega, The Breeders, The Stooges, these kind of bands, but also the folk stuff like Leonard Cohen, Dylan.
Yeah. I can hear. Yeah, now that you mention, I can hear that, and there is about the Breeders and the Velvet is about making some of the songs a little bit hypnotic, and also what I find quite unique is you manage to achieve what is the most complicated is simple melodies that catch you, but there is something that we can. It's not easy music. It cannot qualify as this. So now that you mention, I can hear these influences.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah,
that means a lot coming from you. But also because we've been working on the album for so long, and like the songs, some of the songs they predate the last album, and we've been on like hearing mixes and mastering, and I don't even know what we made anymore, So it's nice to.
I can I can understand that. Too many listenings. So on for example, like on a song like a Pin Drops, aren't they some Sonic Youth things as well, or?
I love Sonic Youth for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what I intentionally. What happened with Pin Drops? I dug out an original demo of Pin Drops, which was just me on. I did like a bass. I did the bass line with a drum machine, and I did the overdub guitar with another bass. So, but I did do some kind of distortion-y stuff at the end, but just with like reverb and some whatever effect I could find on the computer I had. So that I don't know. But I love noise stuff as well, so it's no surprise.
But for you, we mentioned Sonic Youth for the album Goo. There are some demo versions. Someday, could you consider making some kind of lo-fi album like Centrido on your own, or with these tapes, or is it completely out of? It wouldn't be relevant, or did you ever consider
absolutely
this? Yeah,
I don't know if anyone will listen to it, but as I'm speaking to you, I'm sitting in front of a tape machine that I just bought.
Oh,
because I want, actually as things go on, we've got more and more lo-fi, to be honest, because we were just going through the demos together, and have you ever heard the phrase demoitis? There's the sickness of musicians where they're in love with the original demos, and you always try to recreate the demo the original demo. And I have that in spades. So
yeah,
what I want to do, and the idea is that the first 30 albums I think we sell, they would have an alternative version of the album, which is just the original demos of the album.
Okay.
And I kind of that kind of got us all back in love with the idea of making music, because I'd like every tape to be unique and have a different cover and maybe a different track list, and you'd be kind of making an album for each person, you know.
Okay.
But these are lo-fi. These are demos, really kind of lo-fi demos of the songs, and some of the demos that date back for like 10 years ago.
I believe Gerald of We Are Reading would really enjoy this as some kind of extra content. He would really enjoy this. Maybe
he seemed to be up for it.
Yeah, as a fan of Guided by Voices, he would and be in denial of his own influences, for sure. Yes. So you were maybe seeing you live is some sort of counterpart of this demo thing, because I hear also that I never had the opportunity to hear you playing live, to attend to a gig. What is your feeling about making live music?
Now I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it so much before.
Okay.
But we kind of... So, I mean, the thing that we really love is, like, making the music, hanging out, and making demos. And, like, playing live was part of that, but that was just mostly the hanging out, you know. And we'd often play at, like, friends' parties and stuff like that. And then, so playing in front of a public was something that I had to learn to kind of enjoy. But now I really love it. But we've always tried to. At the beginning, there were just two of us, and we'd always get invited to like apéro concert, and then we eventually, just because of that, we added like a bass and a drum and the drums, and we're like, let's never play anyway where anyone's eating like fries and sausage again. So like, but we had to we had to find ourselves in a live environment, because we would kind of, you'd want to cater, you just want to play the fast songs. And then we kind of forced ourselves to start. So we tend to start with the slowest stuff and kind of build our way up.
Yeah, and
try to finish on a slow one as well.
And
because we used to finish with like "I Want to Be a Dog" as well, and it felt like a cheap trick.
Oh, okay, I can see that.
It felt like the easy way out.
But some romantic part of you took over, and you made also some melancholic songs, or more profound as well. So the band seems to be the key for you to enjoy live music, and to put to have other shoulders to put some burden on them. Like, this is the kind of thing that prevented me from doing live for a long time as well.
Yeah.
Do what you have to do.
It's a lot easier to play with a drummer behind you. For sure. I've played solo gigs, and I'm not I'm kind of ill at ease,
Let's get to some nerdish things, like you were mentioning the tape recorders. It has been brought to my attention that for a time you consider buying, or you bought, the J Mascis Jazzmaster model guitar. Is that correct?
Yeah, that was my COVID present to myself.
Okay, and
it's the best guitar I ever bought, I think.
Okay, I'm quite curious. Okay, so Jazzmaster J Mascis, can you tell us a little bit more about what you are using, overdrives, pedals, amps, and so on?
We can get into it, but I'm the least technical person you meet.
This is what makes it interesting, because when
I love... Well, sorry, we're going to say?
No, please. When people are not necessarily nerdish about techniques and go straight to the point, it makes things interesting because it has to be efficient, or they feel like technique is some sort of burden, and then you need to dive at some point into some technical aspects. It's like knowing some pentatonics scales if you want. But if it speaks to people who are not specialists, it means something. Well, so I'm always curious about this.
Well, on a basic level, I love Dinosaur Jr.
Yeah.
As a start.
Yeah.
I could never play like J Mascis, but I love Dinosaur Jr. and also Sonic Youth. So the Jazz Master was like a reference for me. Mm-hmm. And because I do a lot of picking stuff on the guitar, but I also like play with feedback. So I wanted something that could do both of those things. Mm-hmm. And also, I'd read that J Mascis really kind of made this guitar his own. So, and it's been my experience actually that this guitar is better made than like the lower level real Jazz Masters, the Fender Jazz Masters.
Yeah.
So for that, I don't know what they go for these days, but for the price I bought it at, it's just a crazy good guitar. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I bought a Jag as well, like an €800 Jag. Bought that a few years later, but I love it, but it's not as good as the J Mascis Squier. For me, anyway. Mm-hmm. But that's about as far as my technical analysis it's going to take us.
Yeah, no, but your comment is absolutely relevant, because these models were kind of optimized to avoid noise and these stuffs. They are quite comfortable. They are made in such a way that, yeah. And what about the pedals? What do you use?
I use, I've got, I'm going to get a new Big Muff, because I used to have a Big Muff, which I really liked. Mm-hmm. Just for the distortion, just for the feedback, really. I was doing stuff with the feedback. Maybe every now and then I was on a solo. Mm-hmm. But I've got bloody hell. I've got two distortion pedals. One which I use as like an overdrive that I'll keep most of the way through the set. Mm-hmm. And the other one will be like kind of I use as a boost at the same time,
I understand. This is what Mascis is doing. He never had a pure, clean sound, in fact.
Oh, yeah.
He has some sort of layers to get some crystalline... you have crystal in the sound and an overall more presence. And this is maybe what you are trying to do as well.
Yeah, but as ever, we're always limited by money as well. I'm not like a big... I know that the one I use as like a general overdrive was actually Loic, the other guitarist's pedal. Mm-hmm. So he gave that to me. And the other one, I'm trying not to embarrass myself and forget the name of the pedal, but I've just might. I forget. Ocean something? I can't remember. It does the job anyway.
No,
it's not. No, it's Quaker. Something.
Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That shows you how often we practice.
Yeah.
And I've got like a little Hall of Fame reverb pedal, which I kind of like, but I might switch it up sometime. And that's about it.
And what about the amp? It's not absolutely irrelevant, or as a British musician, do you use a Vox?
No, I don't. I've resisted.
Okay.
No, the interesting thing about the amp is that it was made by our drummer's brother.
Oh.
A guy called Fred Caray, who's a brilliant musician, and he makes amps. I think he might have stopped now, but he based it on a Fender Bassman, I think.
Oh.
He was playing with one. I saw him play, and I said, I just asked him if he could make me the same amp. I just wanted an amp that has kind of a natural, without having like add-on distortion or reverb, just like a natural crunch. You know, if you attack the guitar, then you have a natural distortion.
I get it.
So
okay.
So he made that for me. So it's made out of like pallet wood.
Wow.
And also our bass amp is he made our bass amp as well.
Okay. I totally understand. Yeah, it's a blackface model. It's with black panel, because these ones have some sort of flesh, like if it was a flesh behind the notes. It's incredible. Okay.
But I remember the day that he came in with that bass amp. It just changed everything for us, because we always had like the worst bass amps we could find, and then suddenly the whole like room was shaking, you know.
Yeah, the legend says that, I don't know if the exact model, but some of the blackface bassmen were the bass that inspired Marshall to then do theirs, and you can never really build something better. This and the twin reverb for clean sound, and then
I'd love to have a twin reverb.
Yeah, you make the rest with your inspiration and your fingers.
Yeah.
There is a question I always ask to all my guests, which is, what is your first memory in childhood connected to sound or music?
I think it would be, my mother or my grandmother used to sing "You Are My Sunshine, My Only Sunshine." You know that song?
I don't know this song, no, but
it's "You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are grey." And the last line is the killer line, says, "Please don't take my sunshine away." And it's like I remember, it's like it's all the beauty and the sadness of the world in one song. Like there's a nursery rhyme. It's not even a nursery rhyme. It's an old blues song, I think. But that would be probably my earliest memory of being moved by music, I think. Wow,
that sounds beautiful.
I'll send you the song. You should hear it.
Okay. Well, Dan, thank you very much for being with us today. I think.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
it's been fun.
It was a nice interview for someone.
The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. But when I woke, dear, I was mistaken, and I hung my head and cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.